a part of me doesn't feel like I've changed. Like when I put this on, I still feel like I'm being myself for some reason, because I've always been like this. It's just, I'm just singing somebody else's music. I put so much into it, but this is what you get back, you know, a connection with the world and music. And that's just like the greatest feeling in the world to me. My love for music started when I was about 5 years old, and growing up in the 70s in the south side of Chicago, my mom's taking me shopping, and we're going to this huge department store, and you have to go through the music section to get to the toy section.
Boom, shakalaka, boom. Check 1, 2.
So we're walking through there, and I'm seeing all these albums, and I'm just stopping my tracks, and I'm looking at album of Little Richard, and he's like looking super cool, and Chuck Berry's next to him, and James Brown, and all these collections, and I'm like stopping my mind, I'm yanking on her freaking coat. I'm like, Mom, I want that. And she goes, you know who that is? I'm like, no, just look how cool he looks. And she was like, you don't even know what that is. I'm like, I don't care what it is, I just want it. So she got me that record. I get this suitcase with the turntable record in there with built-in speakers. And I put that Little Richard album on there, and I just blasted that thing. And I'm looking at him, and I go on my mom's little makeup thing, and I'm drawing my little mustache, whipping up my hair, and slick, and putting on my little Sunday suit. And as I looked at myself, it's like I seen myself in the future. That's what I want to be. 5 years old with a little drawing on myself. And I was like, yep, this is it. I have two sisters, a younger sister and an older sister. And my younger sister, yeah, she's no longer here. She's up in the heavens. On my 11th birthday, you know, we had a big party. Me and my little sister were walking some friends home, and she never made it back home. She was kidnapped. Everything changed from that moment. It was almost as if your childhood completely stops. You know, you're in school, you got this news banging on your door, you're on a TV, that your face and family is all over the media. And at the same time, you're trying to deal with the pain of what you just lost. You know, and then my family was separating, you know, and then a year after that, our house burns down. It just felt like you're losing everything. Our family was a mirror, and it just shattered, like it dropped. And all these pieces, you couldn't put them back together. I started hanging out with friends that were more into music, and that music started becoming like a comforting blanket to wear. I mean, it was one thing I knew that I can relate to, and kind of you find your way back through yourself through that, because you can get lost with something like a tragedy like that happening in your life at a young age. I went to a Rick James concert, and Prince opened up. I think it was like 1980. We were at the Uptown Theater, and he came out, and he pranced on stage with his little leg warmers and underwear and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and the girls are screaming so loud, you can barely hear the music, but I knew it then. It's like looking at yourself. I was like, yep, that's exactly what I want to do. When I was living in Chicago, I definitely was doing my own music at the time, and then I had the opportunity to open up for a couple of big bands like Lakeside and Cameo. I went to this club called A Taste in Chicago, and it was downtown, and there was a little contest going on, $100 contest. I got in that show and I won. I performed International Lover by Prince, and I got a standing ovation. And that's when I knew I was like, this is kind of cool. I like this, yeah. You know, and I already, it felt natural. The more I did it, the more I started seeing how people were reacting to this. And I was like, wow, this is like a whole new thing going on here with this. There was moments when I thought like, what am I doing? What am I doing this for? You know, I'm kind of like losing myself. There was always like a little tug of war going on. But then I started getting comfortable with the idea. You know, because when you're doing it for yourself, you have to create for yourself, but when you're getting inspired like that from somebody like him, of all people, yeah, it takes you to a whole new level. You know, it really makes it where you're like, I gotta do this and I have to do this really good. You know, I can't be pretending I'm doing this. I have to really do this. Prince connected to people in a much different way. It's a very powerful thing to be a musician. They all know that you created something, you said something in your music, and they're all here for that. And I think that's a powerful thing. I think it's bigger than politics. I think it's the universal language that connects us all together. And when I'm doing my shows, I feel that connection with people. If I'm doing any kind of tribute to anybody, I feel like one amazing artist to be doing a tribute to. That it's not just about the purple clothes and the fanciness and running around and on stage. It's like his music and connection with these people is just like, it's really deep. I think I got the news at about 3 a.m. So when they said, hey, did you hear Prince died? And I was like, no, he didn't die. It really hit me the same way like when I lost my little sister in a sense. It's this overwhelming feeling you get. Just this amazing person that's not here anymore. So this thing that I'm doing with the tribute and playing his music and all of this stuff, I think it has a certain calling now, more now than ever, for the fans that really want to like hear his music and just still have that connection, I guess, you know? When we're at the shows, I can look at their faces and, you know, we can be singing a party song and I still see somebody out there like wiping tears off their eyes. There's enough horrible stuff going on in the world and we need more inspiration. It's always music that comes around the corner and saves and brings people together, you know? When I think about the loss of my sister or even Prince, music was a huge thing that kind of saved me. And music was that one thing that fulfilled that void, that need, that passion for connecting. I think I was blessed to be a musician.